Hey y'all, today we're going to talk about Identity Crisis, a book that is massively controversial as people either love it or hate it, and I am in the latter camp as I did not find this story very enjoyable. And just a heads up, I am going to be talking about potentially triggering topics in this video like SA, so viewer be warned. At its best, I think this is a decent mystery. At its worst, I think this is an incredibly surface level attempt at trying to bring in moral ambiguity into the world of DC. However, the means by which they do so are so gratuitous and unnecessary that it completely ruined my experience of the story. In this book, we watch our heroes try to track down who killed Elastic Man's wife, Sue Digby. However, in one flashback, we are shown that she is SA'd in the Justice League Watchtower by Dr. Light. In that moment, we watch a male author retcon the lush and dense history of a female character and boil her down to nothing more than her trauma. The scene felt disgusting and quite frankly unnecessary, only made more offensive by the fact that in the broader scheme of the story, Dr. Light wasn't even the person that killed Sue. The entire purpose of the essay was to plant a false narrative and add another layer to the whodunit murder mystery, and is a very good example of the woman in the fridge trope, a term coined by Gail Simone that highlights examples of females in fiction who are depowered, assaulted, or killed solely for the purpose of pushing the interests of our male protagonist forward. In this example, it reduces Sue to a one-dimensional character. Her trauma and her death are a plot device, and her years of rich continuity and history are pointless. And the fact that it's written by a male author leaves a bad taste in my mouth. On top of that though, I think this book tries to pose interesting questions about the moral ambiguity of the world superheroes occupy, but fails at doing so miserably. If you strip away the layers of SA and hyperviolence in the story, all this book really does is tell us that sometimes superheroes wipe people's minds for the greater good. Okay? The book doesn't do anything to deconstruct the ethics of our superheroes' actions, and the repercussions of their actions are yet again plot devices for the mystery. There's no depth behind the morally gray actions of our characters in this book besides how it directly relates to the mystery of the story, and I personally think that's bad writing. There are plenty of examples of stories that showcase, engage with, and deconstruct the moral ambiguity of the world superheroes occupy much better than this book, and those stories don't use the shock value of SA to get their point across. I think this book fails at what it's trying to accomplish, and it makes me unsettled, uncomfortable, and frustrated. But that's just my opinion of Identity Crisis. Hope y'all enjoyed. Thanks for watching.